Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where we track down, body snatch, and react to nothing but the wildest videos I could find across this internet. So whether you like it, love it, or hate it, we're going to react to it. Let's get after it. Now, before I get into this, guys, I put some things on Mars and us going to Mars because I wanted to break some of this down to you, what it's going to take to get there as a society. And yeah, let's get after it. Let's go ahead and check this out. I'm not even sure what that one was. A stick? I mean a rock? Under a rock?
What are you planning on doing to make it habitable? Well,
so before I even let this dude speak, he's asking, Joe Rogan is asking Elon Musk what it would take to make Mars habitable. Listen to what he says.
Well, at first, you would have to have a life support system because Mars has a low-density atmosphere, only about 1% the density of Earth, and it's primarily...
Okay, so he's saying it's primarily CO2. The initial atmosphere that he's talking about creating is for the astronauts going up there initially to set up for human life. Now, once they get up there, they're going to have to set up factories and create a greenhouse effect because it's already primarily CO2. And in order for them to get that planet habitable for humans, they're going to have to get more oxygen on there. So the quicker they get plants out there, the better. And the more CO2 you can put on that planet, the better you can get because of the greenhouse effect and all that. Would just allow people... It's so weird because on Mars, the greenhouse effect is exactly what we need out there. Out here, the exact opposite.
CO2. Now, over time, you can terraform Mars. Terraform means make it like Earth, essentially. If you warm Mars up, there's a bunch of frozen CO2 that will evaporate, densify the atmosphere, and you'd actually want...
That's the reason why you got to have the factories over there, because you want to warm the planet up.
Like global warming on Mars. Mars is about 50% further away from the sun than the Earth, so it gets about less than half the solar energy that Earth does. It appears highly likely that Mars had liquid oceans. Mars is covered in ice. Now the ice is then covered in dust, mostly except at the poles.
Again, once the factories get up there and they start that greenhouse effect, and they start melting some of these oceans that are frozen, that's also going to supply nutrients and things to the plants that we need out there that are going to create oxygen.
In fact, I believe if Mars was warmed up, you'd have an ocean about a mile deep on 40% of the planet. So it's quite a lot of water.
The Curiosity rover on Mars just...
That's crazy.
Sent back this image from the Martian surface, and this discovery was a complete accident.
So this looks like some sort of, not mold, but like fungus, you know what I mean, on these rocks.
Curiosity was just driving along and then accidentally ran over these rocks, cracking them open, revealing pure sulfur in these little yellow crystals. This is the first time scientists have found pure sulfur on Mars. And this is the cutest part. Curiosity used its little drill to scoop out some of the sulfur crystals and stored it for analysis before driving off back on its adventure. The reason this is so groundbreaking is we don't really know how this sulfur got.
They're right, we don't know, because everything on Earth, all the science that proves everything on Earth might not prove everything on Mars.
There. I mean, sulfur typically is produced with volcanic activity here on Earth, but this region on Mars is not volcanic. And it's not just one rock. There is an entire field filled with these sulfur crystal rocks out there. When we learn more, I'll update you, so subscribe for more.
These are the most insane outer space discoveries of 2025. Those two astronauts that spent way longer in space than they were supposed to because their spacecraft malfunctioned switched to a new mission and returned home safely on a SpaceX capsule. After a supermassive black hole ripped up...
I just want to say thank you to Elon Musk for bringing the astronauts back. And I know it's just two people out there and you're spending a lot of fucking money to get them people back. But shame on our politicians for not doing it sooner.
An absolutely massive star, scientists saw the largest black hole flare ever, 30 times brighter than any we've ever seen before. Scientists tracked a newly discovered asteroid the size of a 15-story building called 2024 YR4 and determined that it has about a 4% chance of impacting the moon in
4%. It's a very small window, guys. Don't panic.
32. The James Webb Space Telescope discovered its first planet by directly imaging it.
That's crazy.
JWST also looked at Uranus and discovered a new moon.
Don't worry, girl. I'll say it. Uranus.
That nobody had ever seen before. The new Euclid Space Telescope, which can go much faster and look at an area more than 100 times JWST, saw 26 million galaxies in 1 week. The Mars Perseverance rover found weird markings on a rock on Mars. Scientists think that this could have been caused by ancient microbial life. This is probably the best evidence we've ever had for life outside of Earth. Currently traveling through our solar system is the third interstellar object to ever be discovered here. 3I Atlas has some incredibly cool properties that initially sparked some alien rumors, but seems to just be a really fascinating interstellar comet. And the biggest space news of the year, we got the first data from the new Vera Rubin Observatory. Using the largest digital camera ever built, in only 10 hours, it discovered over 2,000 asteroids in our solar system, and 7 of them were near Earth. In one night, it saw 10 million galaxies, and over the next 10 years, it will image the entire southern sky, which will eventually create an ultra-wide, ultra-high definition time-lapse of space. Technology is only getting better, so I can't wait to see what 2026 brings.
Breaking news. This image could show life on Mars. This is real. NASA just said this.
This is breaking news, guys.
Could be the clearest sign of life that we've ever found on Mars.
The image was taken last year by this Mars rover, right here, a place that we're pretty sure used to be filled with water, but it dried up over time. The rover took a sample of that rock and found that those tiny leopard spots contain materials typically left behind by living microbes, like organic carbon and sulfur and iron and phosphate. We're not 100% sure, but a lot of scientists have reviewed this data, and they say, as of now...
If you guys think that there hasn't been or there isn't right now aliens or Martians out there, you guys are crazy.
Can't find another explanation.
Meaning these could be the fingerprints of microbial life left behind on Mars. Huge if true. The next step is they're bringing these samples home for more tests. So if you want to know what happens, subscribe.
We definitely do. Bloop.
Let me ask you about Mars. You mentioned it would be great for science to put a base on the moon to do some research, but the truly big leap, again in this category of seemingly impossible, is to put a human being on Mars. When do you think SpaceX will land a human being on Mars?
Best case is about 5 years. Worst case, 10 years.
These 4 volunteers just went into a year...
You guys...
year-long isolation to prepare for life on Mars, which means that they'll be living in a 1,700 square foot 3D printed habitat that looks like this. Here's what the...
That's got to be the smartest thing you can ever do, is send a 3D printer up to Mars to basically build a large habitable building that's basically got the atmosphere you need out there to build the factories, to get this greenhouse effect going, to level the frickin' atmosphere out there so we can get out there. It's just genius to me.
Looks like, I mean, it's nicer than I expected. The goal here for NASA is to gather health and
make our dudes comfortable while they're out there.
These scientists experience that might be so
Especially if shit happens like it just did with the two gentlemen that were stuck out there, man. They could have had a nice couch.
Similar to what other people would experience when living on
TV,
Mars,
flat screen, they could have had all that.
And confinement and limited resources and equipment failure. One of the most interesting constraints is the 22-minute communication delay to the outside world, which mimics the time that it would take to send a signal from Mars to Earth, which means that if they need something, it'll take 44 minutes at the earliest to get a response. NASA has already done habitat missions, but never like this for a full year. We're getting closer to a human mission to Mars, and if you like optimistic science and tech stories like this, follow for more because we're definitely going to be talking about it.
I'm so excited about that, guys. Like, come on, dude. You guys can't see there's been frickin' Martians up there? They might not be there now, but they've been up there, guys.
NASA now plans to send humans on a full round trip to Mars,
Let's
potentially
go.
as early as 2035. This trip will take about 6 to 7 months each way and cover over 250.
Hey, that's a 1 year round trip. You imagine the flipping the bill on that fucking plane ticket?
million miles. Once on Mars, the astronauts may spend as many as 500 days exploring the planet's surface before returning to Earth. Make sure to subscribe for the best space content.
Hey, I'd like to just try some stuff like that, man. Hey, so listen, guys, that's it for the show for today. I appreciate you guys stopping in. You guys already know, man. You guys want to check out some really cool videos, go ahead and click this one up here. If you guys just want to settle for some super badass mediocre stuff, go ahead and get this one down here. And hit that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, much love and stay lifted.